Welcome to DK Studies. Hope you all are fit and fine. Today we are going to study Class 11th Biology Chapter 22 Chemical Coordination and Integration. In this chapter we are going to study about endocrine glands and hormones, human endocrine system, hormone of heart, kidney and gastrointestinal tract, and about the mechanism of hormone action. So let us start with the topics. What is a gland? Now, how to define a gland? A gland is a cell, tissue or an organ which secretes chemical compounds for a definite function. So a gland is a particular cell or a tissue or an organ which secretes some chemical compounds, and that chemical compounds are meant for some definite functions. Type of glands. There are three types of gland: exocrine gland, endocrine gland and heterocrine gland. What are exocrine gland? Gland which have duct are called exocrine gland. Exocrine gland secretes enzymes, and these enzymes are passed to the body part through duct. Example of exocrine glands are liver, oil glands, etc. Endocrine glands. Glands without ducts are called endocrine glands. Hence, endocrine glands are also called ductless gland. Endocrine glands secretes hormone, and these hormones are released directly into the blood. Example of endocrine glands are thyroid gland, pituitary gland, etc. Now, heterocrine gland. Glands that act both as endocrine and exocrine glands are heterocrine glands. That means a heterocrine gland is partly exocrine and partly endocrine. It acts as the both glands. An example of heterocrine gland is pancreas. Now, what is hormone? How to define a hormone? A hormone may be defined as non-nutrient chemical which act as intercellular messenger and are produced in a trace amount. So, hormone is said to be as a non-nutrient chemical which act as a messenger between cells, as an intercellular messenger, and are produced in a trace amount. Who discovered hormone? What is the first hormone to be discovered? What is insulin? The term hormone came from a Greek word hormein, which means to excite. The term hormone was discovered by Bayliss and Sterling in 1905. The first hormone to be discovered is secretin, which is secreted from duodenum. The hormone insulin was discovered by Banting and his co-worker in 1920. In 1926, Banting got a Nobel Prize in Physiology for this discovery of insulin. For the first time, insulin was found inside a dog's body. So, classification of hormones. There are three classifications: polypeptide and protein hormones, example insulin, vasopressin, then amino acids and their derivatives, example thyroxine, adrenaline, etc. Steroids, sex hormones, adrenocorticoids, etc. Now, when we talk about hormones, we should know some general properties of hormone. Now, we can mention 5 general properties of hormone till the study we have done till now. First, hormones are secreted by endocrine glands. Second, hormones are non-nutrient chemicals. Third, hormones act as an intercellular messenger. 4. Hormones are produced in a trace amount. And 5. Hormones are directly released into blood. Now, human endocrine system. Human endocrine system consists of many glands, and they are mentioned here: the pituitary gland, the pineal gland, the thyroid gland, the parathyroid gland, thymus, adrenal gland, pancreas, testes, and ovary. In addition to those, some other organs in our body also produces hormones, and that organs are gastrointestinal tract, liver, kidney, heart, and hypothalamus. Now, what is hypothalamus? Hypothalamus is the basal part of the forebrain. It is located in the basal part of the forebrain, and it regulates a wide spectrum of body function. Now, hypothalamus is consist of some neurosecretory cells. It has some neurosecretory cells, and that cells are called nuclei. And this nuclei produces the hormone of hypothalamus. The hormone of the hypothalamus are said to be as releasing hormone. The hormone produced in the hypothalamus regulates the synthesis and secretion of pituitary hormones. There are two types of hormone produced by hypothalamus. Number one is releasing stimulating hormone, and number two is releasing inhibitory hormone. Example of releasing stimulating hormone is GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone, GnRH. This hormone stimulates secretion of pituitary hormone. And the second one, releasing inhibitory hormone, example is luteinizing hormone. These hormones inhibit secretion of pituitary hormone. The pituitary gland. Now, what do we know about pituitary gland? Pituitary gland is also known as hypophysis. It is located in a bony cavity and is attached to the hypothalamus of a dog. The pituitary gland is always located inside a bony cavity, and the bony cavity is known as sella turcica, and that cavity is attached to the hypothalamus. Now, pituitary is anatomically divided into two parts, that is an adenohypophysis and an neurohypophysis. Then, the adenohypophysis consists of two portions. The first is pars distalis and the second is pars intermedia. The pars distalis region of the adenohypophysis is known as the anterior pituitary. Now, let's see the hormones. Hormones produced by pars distalis, that is the anterior pituitary. The hormones are growth hormone GH, thyroid stimulating hormone TSH, adrenocorticotropin hormone ACTH, follicle stimulating hormone FHH, luteinizing hormone ALH, and lactogenic hormone or prolactin, that is PRL. Now we have to know about the function of those hormones. Function of GH, growth hormone. Now growth hormone is responsible for overall growth and development of our body. By the name itself, growth hormone, it indicates its function. It is responsible for overall growth and development of our body. It is responsible for development of long bones of our body. It is responsible for the development and maturation of red blood cell, RBCs. And it is also responsible for protein synthesis. Now, what is gigantism and pituitary dwarfism? That two are disorders. How they create, for what they occur, let's know about that. Now we have studied about growth hormone GH. When the growth hormone secretion exceeds the limit, when oversecretion of growth hormone stimulates, a abnormal growth of the body occurs, and that abnormal growth of the body leads to gigantism. And vice versa, when there is low secretion of growth hormone and the growth becomes stunted, it results to pituitary dwarfism. Now, function of TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. Thyroid stimulating hormone stimulates the synthesis and secretion of the thyroid gland from thyroid hormone from the thyroid gland. It means thyroid stimulating hormone stimulates and synthesizes the hormone of the thyroid gland, and the hormones are T3 and T4. Then function of ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone. ACTH stimulates the synthesis and secretion of steroid hormones called glucocorticoid. So ACTH stimulates the synthesis and secretion of a hormone, that is a steroid hormone, and the name of the hormone is glucocorticoids. Now function of FSH and LH, follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. Both follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone stimulates gonadal activity. They both stimulate and synthesize the gonadal activities, and hence they are called gonadotrophin hormones. In male, luteinizing hormone LH stimulates the synthesis and secretion of male sex hormone called androgen. Means in male, luteinizing hormone synthesis and secretes the male sex hormone called androgen from testes. And in male, FSH and androgen regulates spermatogenesis. You know what is spermatogenesis? The formation of producing sperm. Then in female, LH, luteinizing hormone, induce ovulation of fully mature follicles. The Graafian follicles means in female, LH induce ovulation of the fully mature Graafian follicles and maintains the corpus luteum formed from the remnant of the Graafian follicles after ovulation. And FSH, follicle stimulating hormone in females, stimulates growth and development of the ovarian follicles. Function of prolactin or lactogenic hormone PRL, it helps in the secretion of milk. Now hormone produced by pars intermedia. You can remember there were two parts of adenohypophysis, pars distalis and pars intermedia. We talked about pars distalis, its hormones, function of its hormones. Now we are coming to pars intermedia. So pars intermedia produce one type of hormone, and that is known as melanocyte stimulating hormone, MSH. Now what is the function of this melanocyte hormone? MSH act on the melanocyte. You know what is melanocyte? The cell that contain melanin. So this MSH act on the cell which contain melanin and regulates pigmentation of the cell. Its function is to regulate pigmentation of the skin. Now, neurohypophysis. You can remember hypophysis, that is the pituitary gland, is divided anatomically into two parts, adenohypophysis and neurohypophysis. We talked about adenohypophysis, now we are coming to neurohypophysis. Neurohypophysis is also known as pars nervosa or posterior pituitary. It produces two types of hormone. The first one is oxytocin and the second one is vasopressin. Now let's go to oxytocin. Oxytocin came from a Greek word. Oxas means quick and toko means delivery. Now what is the function of oxytocin? Oxytocin acts on the smooth muscle of our body and stimulates their contraction. It helps in contraction of the smooth muscles. And where does it act? Oxytocin acts selectively on the smooth muscles of the uterus, stimulating a vigorous contraction towards the end of parturition. Now, do you know what is parturition? Parturition is the medical term of delivery, giving birth of a baby. So this oxytocin hormone helps in contraction during the end of the delivery by contracting the smooth muscles of the uterus vigorously. Then come to vasopressin. Vasopressin came from two Greek words. Vaso means vessel, pressin means pressure. Vasopressin is refers to as antidiuretic hormone, ADH. The reason is it increases the tubular reabsorption of sodium and water from the kidney. Thus, it helps in excretion of concentrated urine. Now, what is diabetes insipidus? Now, let us know about diabetes insipidus. An impairment affecting synthesis of release of ADH resulting in diminished ability of the kidney leading to water loss. This condition is called diabetes insipidus. Means when there is an impairment affecting synthesis or release of ADH which result in a diminished ability of the kidney. Means it diminishes the good ability of the kidney to conserve water. Means the kidney lose its ability to keep water, keep water in it, and it results to a loss of water and dehydration. This condition is known as diabetes insipidus. So for today this much. We will talk about the thyroid glands and other glands in our next video. Thank you for watching.